I'm Eileen Adams, and I'm an education consultant. I'm here today to talk about the place of art, craft and design in the national curriculum. This states that art, craft and design embody the highest forms of human creativity. A high-quality art and design education should engage, inspire and challenge pupils, equipping them with the knowledge and skills to experiment, invent and create their own works of art, craft and design. As pupils progress, they should be able to think critically and develop a more rigorous understanding of art and design. They should also know how art and design both reflect and shape our history and contribute to the culture, creativity and wealth of our nation. The national curriculum for art, craft and design aims to ensure that all pupils produce creative work, exploring their ideas and recording their experiences, that they become proficient in drawing, painting, sculpture and other art, craft and design techniques, that they evaluate and analyse creative works using the language of art, craft and design, and that they know about great artists, craft makers and designers and understand the historical and cultural development of their art forms. 3 teachers tell us how they interpret these aims in early years, in primary and in secondary schools.
My name is Marian Gager. I am head teacher of Evesham Nursery School in Worcestershire, and I'm here to talk about art, craft and design in early years and the importance of sensory experiences in the process of children's learning. Early years education is about the process of learning, and particularly in art, craft and design, it's about giving children a range of sensory experiences. It's about providing children with resources that they can touch, they can hear, they can see, and that they can investigate and explore. But it's also about creating rich and inspiring learning environments, both indoors and outdoors, a type of workshop studio where children can access resources and be confident in making decisions and taking risks. To ensure that children deepen their understanding and progress with their learning, we give them time and opportunities to experiment and to practice their skills. They also need time to revisit their experiences and, most importantly, to reflect on and learn from their mistakes. The role of the adult is crucial in supporting children's learning, intervening sensitively and challenging children's thinking. In early years, learning is not compartmentalised. Art, craft and design are integrated and all aspects of learning is connected, with children working both independently and collaboratively. The focus is very much on nurturing a sense of wonder and curiosity, which is a fundamental part of the language of art, craft and design. To engage the interest of boys and girls, we try to start with first-hand experiences, providing a range of objects with visual and tactile properties for children to handle, discuss and understand how things work. We share all kinds of work created by professional artists, designers and craft workers, from illustrators in storybooks to the design of everyday objects. Early years is not just a preparation for the next stage of education, it's about meeting the needs and responding to the interests of young children now. We understand the importance of the creative process and we all strive to help our children to be confident, effective learners. Early years educators want children to be motivated and engaged. They nurture children's imagination and encourage their innate desire to find out more. Art, craft and design has a very important part to play in helping children to embrace with enthusiasm a lifelong love of learning.
I'm Natalie Deane. I'm a primary practitioner at Batterford School in West Yorkshire. In primary education, through the act of creating, children and young people learn to investigate, experiment and develop their own ideas. The act of drawing and mark making should permeate all aspects of our subject. If young children have an array of materials on and with which to make marks, and these opportunities are revisited in more complex processes as they progress through the key stages, children develop confidence in using a range of tools for inquiry to inform their own creative decision making. Engaging in creativity through quality art, craft and design activities can provide inspiring starting points for investigations, for instance, into filmmaking. The use of touchscreen technology and tablet devices in the classroom is becoming much more prevalent, and we can utilise these new technologies in our subject. However, the real beauty of the provision of filmic experiences is that by nature, film is inclusive and all members of a school community can bring something of themselves to such an experience. Indeed, many other areas of the curriculum can be explored through film, particularly in literacy, where language, story, scripting and character development is key. Animation in art, craft and design is a global industry with creativity at the heart of its success. It is important that pupils understand how the disciplines of art, craft and design influence and shape our history and future. Engagement in art, craft and design helps pupils refine experiments into final works. That goes from experimentation into design through to making, often developing a heightened sensitivity towards a material that will guide the outcome of a design. This is precise, critical and intelligent work that enables pupils to think and act as makers and designers, alongside which we help them to shape a rich understanding of the role and importance of the UK's cultural industries. Experiences in our subject that make real and relevant links between society, culture, art forms and collaborative practice can provide pupils with a passion that transforms lives.
My name is Elias and I am the subject leader for art at Paddington Academy in London. Today I'm here to discuss how for secondary education the 4 aims of the national curriculum ensure that all students receive a well-rounded education in art, craft and design. The 4 aims are not prescriptive, but provide a framework upon which teachers can develop a rich learning experience that addresses the needs of their students. Schemes of learning are reviewed and adapted to ensure that in art, craft and design, students are immersed in the creative process from inception to realisation. Students should be exposed to a wide range of artistic, craft and design experiences and be able to work in a range of media and techniques. Drawing and mark making are used to underpin the development of ideas that are realised in a range of media. Formative assessment is a vital part of students' learning, and the 4 aims need to underpin the learning process and inform how we value students' work. Students review how they explore, investigate, record and evaluate to develop their creative thinking skills. Students learn to understand, interpret, analyse, communicate and evaluate their experience and ideas. In art, craft and design education, they do this through using a visual language. Through an understanding of the work of other artists, craft makers and designers, students are more able to shape their own ideas and communicate them effectively. Children see before they speak, make marks before they write, and build before they walk. However, their ability to appreciate and interpret what they observe, communicate what they think and feel, or make what they imagine and invent is influenced by the quality of their art, craft and design education.
You've heard the aims of the new art and design curriculum. You've heard how teachers in different phases of education interpret these aims in their work in schools. If you would like further guidance, please visit these websites.